Jack, I want to get into the geostrategic of why are we in the Red Sea? Why are we have carrier battle groups down there? Why are those carrier battle groups doing strikes in the southern Saudi peninsula? But first, the historic phone call between Putin and President Trump. Nicole Wallace hates it. Vindman hates it more. Brennan hates it more than that. All the haters. But the person who hates it most, I think, is Zelensky. Am I correct in that gradation, sir?
Well, Steve, this phone call is nothing short of historic, and there's no surprise to me that the globalists and their puppet apparatchiks are clutching their pearls, and the Chinese Communist Party is sweating bullets because those people at the higher level, not the Vindman level or the Nicole Wallace level, they don't get the geopolitical grand strategy masterclass that Donald Trump is embarked in right here. This is, look, Mackinder and Mahan didn't mess around with feelings, okay? They mapped out power. And that's something that President Trump and his team completely understand, by the way, from the Red Sea to the Black Sea, down to the Panama Canal, looking up at the GI-UK gap at Greenland and all the rest of it. This phone call where they discussed the ability to have this ceasefire, they've already announced, by the way, a ceasefire on what? Energy infrastructure. What have we told you this whole thing was about from day one? Was about energy infrastructure. Everybody misses it. They say, oh, Burisma, Hunter Biden. Okay, but what was Burisma, all right? It was a Ukrainian gas company. It's always been about the oil and gas products in the Black Sea region, the Donbass, a key area, key geography for this, of course. And, you know, like I always say on Human Events Daily, the French say cherchez la femme, we say cherchez le pétrole. Look for the oil. Understand what this is all about. Oil is still king. That's what Iran is all about. That's what the Persian Gulf is all about. That's what the Red Sea is all about. That's what the Houthis is all about. That's what it comes down to. So when you're looking at a potential geopolitical grand strategy here, look, it is, and people will say it is all about the rise of China. You got three great powers in the world right now: the United States, Russia, and China. And President Trump is attempting to effect a second Sino-Soviet split along Kissingerian lines, but in the opposite direction. Peel Russia away from China. Why? Because China is the heartland empire that Mackinder had warned about, that China is attempting to become the heartland empire that controls the world island, who rules the world island, and can then run the entire world. But you cut Russia off from that, and then you shut down the Middle East, which, by the way, is another discussion that President Trump and Putin, because I read the White House readout and I read the Kremlin readout on this, and they both talked about what? The Black Sea and the Middle East. Steve, it's so simple. The Middle East, that's Mackinder. That's the world island. The Black Sea, what are you talking about there? It's Odessa. We've always talked about Odessa, and Odessa is the Mahanian fulcrum of the Black Sea. If Odessa becomes a potential joint ownership, or as the British used to say throughout the 1800s, the 19th century, a treaty port. If Odessa becomes some kind of treaty port where the Russians and the Ukrainians both have access to it, then that's game over for the Chinese Communist Party in Europe. That's game over for them in terms of the Belt and Road Initiative through Europe. That allows the United States to be standing completely in their way. And President Trump gets that in a way that I think few and certainly nobody in mainstream media understand.